Hello students, today we will understand chapter 3 Properties of Natural Resources, module 2. Let's recall, in the previous module we studied properties of air. In this module we will study properties of water and properties of soil in detail. First is properties of water. Children, we all are aware water can flow very easily. It has a flowing capacity. It occurs in liquid state under ordinary conditions. Children, what are the states in which water is found? Water is found in solid, liquid and gaseous state. Now children, some pictures are shown here. Tell me, what inference will you draw from these pictures? We can say that as water is a fluid substance, it can pass through small holes or seep through very small gaps or cracks. It can pass very easily through small holes. We can see here. Water occurs in liquid state under ordinary conditions. Water is a fluid substance. Water does not have its own shape but have volume. As water does not have its own shape, it takes the shape of any container. Children, as shown here. To understand properties of water, let us do some experiments. Children, let us perform an experiment. Take a plastic bottle more than half full of water. Mark the water level on the bottle. Keep this bottle upright in the freezer. Okay, for making ice. Open the freezer after a couple of hours and observe. You will see that the water has changed into ice. Note the level of ice. You will find that the ice level is higher than the water level before freezing. What can you infer from this? As water freezes to form ice, it expands and its volume increases. Okay, so we can infer that as water freezes to form ice, it expands and volume also increases. Now, we'll perform one more experiment. Take a bucket of water, drop many things of articles in it. Different kind of things, okay? Make separate list of the articles which sink in the water and those that float on it. You will observe that the things which are lighter in weight are floating and the things which are greater in weight sink in the water. Now, take some water in a pot and add a few pieces of ice to it. Observe what happens. Why do we see the ice floats on water? Ice is lighter than water. When water freezes to form ice, it becomes lighter than the original liquid. When water freezes, that is, when it transforms into the solid state, its volume increases. Therefore, the density of ice is less than that of water. That is why the ice floats on water. Okay. Again I repeat, ice is lighter than water, and when water freezes to form ice, it becomes lighter than original liquid. When water freezes, that is when it transforms into a solid state, its volume increases. So the density of ice is less than that of water. Okay, let us see the density of water. The interrelation between the volume and mass of the substance, the space occupied by a substance, is its volume. Its formula is mass upon volume. Okay, mass is measured in grams and volume in cubic centimeter. So we can write density is equal to gram upon cubic centimeter, and the unit is gram per cubic centimeter. Okay, so this was about the density of water. Children, usually when the temperature of a substance is lower, its density increases as the volume decreases. But water is an exception of this rule. The density of water is peculiar. When water at normal temperature starts cooling, its density increases like that of most liquids. However, if its temperature falls below 4 degrees Celsius, its density starts decreasing. This means that the density of water is maximum at 4 degrees Celsius. If the temperature of water is lowered below 4 degrees Celsius, its density increases and volume increases. It means that water expands when temperature falls below 4 degrees Celsius. This is called anomalous behavior of water. Children, when water expands, or we can say that water expands when temperature falls below 4 degrees Celsius, it is known as anomalous behavior of water. Okay? Now, we'll perform one more experiment. Take 2 big glasses of water. Add 4 to 5 spoonfuls of salt to the water in one glass and dissolve it completely. Now place a potato in the water in the second glass. The potato will sink. Take out that potato from that glass and put it in the salt water and observe. The density of water in that glass is greater due to dissolved salt. The potato floats in that water because of the increased density. Okay children, as salt is added to this second figure, the potato floats. Okay, its density increases. Okay, or we can say that density of water is greater due to dissolved salt. Now children, when salt dissolves in water, its particles spread in water. Slowly they become smaller and smaller. Ultimately, they become so small that they cannot be seen. That is, they mix completely with water. This is what we call dissolving. When we dissolve, or when we take any 1 teaspoon of salt in a water, it completely dissolves. Okay. So children, the substance that dissolves is called solute. The substance in which the solute dissolves is called solvent. And what we get when the solute dissolves in the solvent is called solution. So see here children, in the picture, solute plus solvent, solute in the form of salt, that is copper sulfate, plus solvent, that is water. When both are mixed together, it forms the solution. Use of water according to its properties. Water is useful for water transport due to its fluidity. Water falling from a height is used to generate electricity with the help of generator. Water is good coolant and is used in motor vehicles to control the temperature of engine. Water is universal solvent. So, many substances are soluble in water. Water is used as a solvent in factories, laboratories, etc. Water is useful for cleaning purposes such as for bathing, washing clothes. Now, let us understand properties of soil. First, let's recall what is meant by soil. How is soil formed? The upper layer of earth in which plants grow, a black or dark brown material typically consisting of a mixture of organic remains, clay and rock particles. What are the ingredients of the soil? Air, water, minerals and organic matter, living and non-living, are the basic ingredients of soil. Children, color is an important property of the soil. The soil gets its color as a result of several processes. The color of the soil near land surface is darker than the color of the lower layer. Soil may be of different colors such as black, red, copper, yellow, grey. The properties of the soil such as its fertility, drainage of water, capacity to hold water become clear from its color. Okay, so color is a very important property of the soil. Next is soil texture. The color of the soil depends upon its texture and its organic ingredients as well as on chemical ingredients like iron, lime. Texture means, children, appearance. So, soil contains particles of different size. The texture of the soil is determined by the proportion of particles of various size. Okay, what are the particles of various size? We have to see it first. Now, we'll see the types of soil on the basis of its texture. Sandy soil. Okay, it looks like this as shown in the picture. The particles of sandy soil are made of the mineral called silicon dioxide. These particles do not dissolve in water and therefore the soil has very little capacity to supply nutrients. Okay, it has very little capacity to supply the nutrients. So, as sandy soil is there, the proportion of the sand, that is large particles, is high in sandy soil. It is easy to plow the soil. Next is silt soil. Silt soil is not as plowable than clay soil. This soil contains a large proportion of organic materials. Okay. Silt soil is also called as a sedimentary soil. Okay. Its capacity to supply nutrients is much greater. Children, next is clay soil. The proportion of small particles is maximum. The particles of clay soil feel smooth to touch. Clay soil has higher or high water holding capacity. Next is soil structure. The structure of soil depends upon the different shapes of the particles in it. The advantage of good soil structure are roots get a sufficient supply of oxygen. The fertility of soil depends upon soil structure. So it is very important concept, children. The fertility of the soil depends upon soil structure. Now soil occurs in the form of columnar, laminar, granular as well as block shaped structure. Now we will understand uses of soil. First is plant conservation to help plants grow. Okay. Next is water conservation. Soil holds water. As a result, by means of bunds and lakes, we can get water for use throughout the year. Because of this, we can get the water throughout the year. Next is plasticity. Soil can be given any required shape. The property of soil is called plasticity. Okay. As it can be given any desired shape, this property is called plasticity. Because of its plasticity, we can use it to make articles of variety of shapes as shown here, bricks, earthen pots, etc. Okay. Next, some useful types of soil. First is china clay. It is white in color. It is used to make crockery, bathroom tiles, tanks, etc. Next is shadow soil. It is whitish in color. It is used for making statues and idols as shown here, children. Next is terracotta soil. This soil is red in color. Decorative articles and pots used for growing plants are made from this soil. Next is multani soil. This soil is used in cosmetics. Next is soil testing. The proportion of various ingredients of soil can be determined by soil testing. During soil testing, the soil is examined for color, texture and the proportion of organic matter in it. Okay, we have to keep it in mind all these concepts. Two tests, namely the pH and electrical conductivity test, are particularly useful in finding out the characteristics of soil. Okay, two tests are performed, pH and electrical conductivity. Now children, pH stands for potential of hydrogen. It refers to the hydrogen ion concentration. The pH value ranges from 0 to 14. You can see here, children, 0 to 14. 0 to 6 range is acidic, 7 is neutral and 8 to 14 is alkaline. So if you see here, 6.2 to 7 range of pH or pH range is used for growing plants more effectively. Okay, just see what is happening in highly acidic. None of the plants can be grown because it is acidic. In acidic conditions, it cannot be grown, and also highly alkaline. Okay. Let us see the causes of diminished soil fertility. pH of the soil. Next is low proportion of the organic matter. Next is no proper drainage of water. Repeated cultivation of the same crop. Continuous use of saline water. And last is excessive use of chemical fertilizers and pesticides. Let us see points to remember. Water does not have its own shape but have a volume. Density equals to mass upon volume. The unit of density is gram per cubic centimeter. Water expands when the temperature falls below 4 degrees Celsius. The substance that dissolves is called solute. The substance in which solute dissolves is called solvent. What we get when the solute dissolves in solvent is called solution. Color is an important property of the soil. The texture of the soil is determined by the proportion of particles of various size. Two tests, namely pH and electrical conductivity tests, are particularly useful in finding out the characteristics of soil. There is a short homework for you. What are the various uses of soil? Write any two properties of water. Why soil testing is important? Define solute, solvent and solution. What is anomalous behavior of water? Next is write any three uses of water. Thank you.